Okay, gotta have a sense of humor. So people have been asking me to say, what's Leon doing? People need to know what Leon's doing. And it's very difficult because I need to eat, I need to sleep, I have a disability. So you're gonna get the real McCoy here. I'm trying to eat. I woke up some time ago. My disability makes it so it takes me about 4 hours to get out of the house. It's just the way it is. Otherwise, I'd be working and not be going through what I'm going through. But anyways, what we do is, for years now, we've been advocating peers being out there. And thanks to Leon and Red Cedar Cafe and that collaboration that the police interrupted, it's still happening. Anyway, so living homeless. See, the Leon Network isn't just about a membership of a certain amount of people who sign in and yada yada. We're a network of people who are homeless. A lot of them can't even say who they are. Otherwise, the police will be on their buttskis. Those who you see and hear about are the brave ones. So we don't give up the other people's names. Anyways, on that note, we have quite a few living homeless who are now working with Red Cedar Cafe. Woohoo! At least 7, I guess. I'm trying to find out the exact stats. Very difficult because everybody's so busy. And because of the police attacking our networks, always getting in the way. Every time we come together, like the harm reduction supports. Leon works to support peer-led harm reduction groups. And we did one, and then all this poop hit the fan. So we're still, out there doing that outreach, getting out, bringing harm reduction supplies. ABI and other places help us get the harm reduction supplies to get out. Often when we're doing the food deliveries, the people who are living homeless still doing food deliveries, they're connecting with people, they're reaching out, they're advocating. Some of them have moved inside, we've helped them with that. Some of them want to stay outside, we help them with that. We don't pick and choose, right? We don't drop people because they suddenly don't like Leon. And that's one thing that is guaranteed. And people have learned that. As someone who's been an anti-racist quite actively, there have been some living homeless who've been racist, and I've called them out, and I just say, I'm an anti-fascist. I'm not a racist. Please don't be a bigot around me. And over time, they stopped being a bigot around me. And I still brought food to them that evening, the next day, and so on, even after their racist comments. And they're like, oh, wow, so Leon, is not doing charity, and we weren't even getting paid at the time. But anyways, okay, so we do the advocacy. People reach out to us on text quite a bit, and ask for support to come out to them. People are on the move. Some of them are trying to hide from bylaw and police because they just want a break. They're worried about COVID. They don't want to go inside. They feel like as Canadian citizens, they should have the right to be able to be outside in a safe place and not have police jacking them up all the time. And word is that police are getting less calls, and that's good, actually. Word is police are getting less calls, and there's less crime. So less calls, less crime, and the police are sitting around going, oh, what do we do, what do we do? I mean, literally, I've seen them standing around on bikes on the corner of Pandora and Douglas, just standing around waiting, and then a mom and daughter start walking, and they start going on the move on their bikes, and they, oh, hi, police officer. And I'm in the car, and I'm sitting there watching all this, and they come by me now. They're coming this way, like I'm in the car just waiting at a light. And the one police officer goes, hi, to me, and I go, why are you talking to me? Like, literally, and then he says something about my bald head, and I called out, just basically leave us alone. You got nothing better to do than sit around on corners with your bicycles looking for something, we need to defund the police, and therein lies the problem with Leon as far as the bylaw and police go. For years, Leon, Transform Homelessness, Advocacy Watch, Kim Hines, lots of other people, we're this big threat, supposedly. We want change. We want community care. We want mutual aid. We want more love. We want peer support. We want the money to go back to grassroots. Less police knocking on people's heads. And one of the big things is the right to housing. Leon has been involved in the Canadian Alliance to End Homeless. A lot of our members were part of the Lived Experience Advisory Council. There was a split. It's good. Let's do all the things, but let's keep the network strong. And we're all equals. So anyways, here we are, and we're still I'm making my pancakes. We're still out here, and there is a we, and it's awesome. And I really give a lot of credit to a lot of the individuals who are still out there, doing everything they can to try and get out. And we just try and help each other. Someone on the ground texts me, we need more Narcon, we need more this. I text out to other people, and sometimes they bring it, sometimes I bring it, but we just try and help each other. We are about disband the police. We are. Strong communities make police obsolete. The police were formed to be racist and poor bashing, so we don't need them. It's simple. We have less people calling the police, which is awesome. Their neighbors being a pain in the ass. They're thinking, do I really want to call the police? Do I really want them to possibly be killed by the police on a wellness check? Maybe not. So more people are actually thinking, I'm going to let that one go. And also, how do you recommend just deal with your conflicts? Get into it, man. We can do it. We get through our conflicts. Humans have done it for thousands of years, way before the police state. Police state were only formed to help deal with the slaves. Let's face it, right? The reality is there. We know the facts now. So anyways, the right to housing. Canada signed on to it. We can demand it. We the people. Don't wait for government, because that's not going to, like, the government's supposed to be there to help represent us. It don't mean we stop fighting. We can't be feeding into an ugly, destructive capitalist system and depend on these one or two people we voted in to make the change. We all got to make the change. They're there in government to help us make the change. And therein lies another reason why the police don't like the living and lived experience homeless network. We are about systemic change. Why not? Why can't we have good governance? Why can't we actually have a democracy? We say we have one, but now we have to call it radical democracy. Like, how sick is that? That we have to fight for our words to be there, and that we're being told that certain words can't be there. Oh, really? I thought we lived in a democracy. So yeah, fight for the right to housing. We can all fight for the right to housing. And I can shut up now because it's been 7 minutes. Oh my God, it's going to be one of those long ones. Pancakes. So yeah, Leon, we're out there everywhere, and it is across Canada. We had an awesome day of action. More of that's coming, by the way. It's just getting warmed up. Seriously. Strong communities make police obsolete. Love you, everybody. Mutual aid and community care, we got it. But we have to fight for the right to housing. Canadian Alliance to End Homeless said, oh yeah, pushback, it's awesome, woohoo, the right to housing, but they keep pushing this dead thing called Housing First. It's just Housing First helps people who own homes get renters. Anyways, so yeah, social housing now, the right to housing, pushback talks. Please listen to the podcast before the networks and the email gets all shut down by the governments or corporations or the 1%ers, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's it.